unmuted.
Okay, everyone, thanks for waiting. My name is Riley, and I'll be walking you through a few housekeeping items before turning it over to Matt for the presentation. First off, don't worry about taking notes, as we'll be sending both the slides and recording to you right after the webinar. Second, if you have any technical difficulties during the webinar, your best bet is to reach out to the Citrix Help Desk. You can also tweet at us or send an email to webinar@cbinsights.com, and we'll do our best to help. But again, we'll send everything out afterwards, so don't worry too much. Okay, so as with all our webinars, we'll be moving through a lot of data and insights and doing it pretty quickly. But we also want to make sure we're answering your questions and keeping this relevant. So throughout the webinar, feel free to ask us questions using the Questions tab within GoToWebinar or via Twitter using the hashtag InsurTech. And of course, we're CB Insights. Finally, our webinars are different than most because they're rooted in data, not punditry. I doubt that's a surprise given that CB Insights is a data and analytics company. We track every private company in the world and all of the investment and financing activity related to them to help our clients answer questions about major trends, competitor strategy, potential disruptors, and much more. If you're tasked with answering those type of questions and are interested in seeing the platform from which Matt has pulled today's data, just let us know and we'll set up a quick call. Okay, with that, let's introduce Matt and get started on the content. Matt is a senior research analyst here at CB Insights and a graduate from Northwestern University. He has been published in dozens of publications, including the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the Financial Times, and others you see there. He also launched and currently runs our insurance tech newsletter here at CB Insights that has over 10,000 subscribers. Now I'm going to hand it off to Matt for the presentation.
Great, thanks Riley. So we're going to be covering a lot of things at a pretty high level here on the insurance tech landscape. We're not going to sort of dive into why this is all happening. We've sort of covered that before in our previous webinars, as well as a lot of our research that we've put out, but sort of look at an update of sort of the state of insurance tech, especially from an investment and startup formation standpoint. Where are we sort of in the insurance tech landscape today? So in the next sort of 20 to 25 minutes, we'll be covering four areas primarily. One is sort of the private market investment trends in insurance tech. Second is sort of the strategic moves that reinsurers and insurers are making within the space. Third is sort of the ecosystem trends and happenings, what's been happening in 2016 year to date within insurance tech. And then four is items to be on the lookout for moving forward in this ecosystem. So obviously, when we think about where we are in insurance tech today, insurance tech is attracting plenty of buzz. This is a chart using our trends tool at CB Insights, highlighting media mentions of the term insurance tech across sort of press mentions. So you see sort of the influx of attention and buzz within the insurance tech space in 2016. And while it's attracted a lot of buzz, it's also attracted plenty of sort of opining, right? So this is more of a funny chart that we put together on TechCrunch guest posts highlighting insurance tech by year. It's actually a common cover photo in TechCrunch guest posts on insurance tech. So plenty of people have lots of opinions on where this industry is going and what's happening in it. And you sort of see that in the influx here of guest posts on the topic over time. So where are we though? Where sort of are we in the state of insurance tech? There's a lot happening, but what are some of the things that we're seeing out there taking place in the ecosystem? So let's start by looking at some of the investment trends. Where are we in the state of investment into this landscape of